like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. You know, this is not a review. I see from the title what it says. You know, it's not even a gossip thing. You know what I'm saying? It's my commentary on some bullshit. You know, Cardi B out here apologizing based on a old skit that she was involved in. That was about the wives of some past civil rights leaders. And if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and subscribe, like, comment, share, all that goodness. So I just want to get that out the way. I saw the skit. The skit was like, it was less than 2 minutes. You can tell it was from a long time. It was before she got her teeth fixed, so it was before that. It looks as if it's probably before Love and Hip Hop. So you can tell it's from, you know, from some years ago. And I feel like it was on TMZ that came out with it. I'm more upset that everyone's going after Cardi. Like, she wasn't the only one in the skit. She clearly did not make it up, because I'm not, no tea, no shade. She's not that smart to do that. Not even that she's not that smart. I don't think she would be the one to say, you know what, let's make this. I feel like someone approached her and said, hey, I have this skit, because the dude who came up with it is like a comedian dude. So someone approached her, paid her to be in the skit, and she was. And the thing about it was, she wasn't the only person in the skit. So I'm confused as to why Cardi B is the scapegoat and who was right or wrong in the situation. You know, Cardi B is playing Coretta Scott King, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s wife. You had someone playing Malcolm X's wife. You had someone playing Jesse Jackson's wife. You had Rosa Parks, someone playing Rosa Parks, someone playing a random white woman. So again, it was not only Cardi B in here. Now, I do get how people feel that some people are off limits for skits. I completely get that, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, why are y'all attacking Cardi B as if it's all her? I don't get that. I feel like people love to attack the person who's the most famous in a situation and not say, well, damn, it wasn't just Cardi B, it was also these 4 other women. I feel like it was some bullshit, in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? I think the person that's the worst wasn't Cardi B. I think the person who was the worst in there was the woman playing Malcolm X's wife, who said, what you say? Everyone slept with Martin Luther King and called the other lady some hoes. I was like, all Cardi said was, I think I should run this thing or whatever, because my husband has been marching from here or there, whatever. And then someone said to her, whatever, your husband, you know, out here, you know, slitting up or whatever. And then she said, I don't care, because at the end of the day, he come home to me. I don't feel like that was the worst that was the worst of that skit. If you see the whole thing, in my opinion, the worst thing was Betty Sabat's character saying everybody that had sex with Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying? Everybody. And you know what I'm saying, why these hoes even here? That to me was worse. I didn't see the part that I saw, the minute and like 40 seconds that I saw, was Cardi B's part was not that bad to me. And again, I just don't like how people attack the famous person in the show. I would say the bitch who bad Betty Sabat. Why would you say that about MLK? Why would you say that about Martin Luther King? Why? And I feel like this too. At the end of the day, everyone is aware that Martin Luther King Jr. did cheat on his wife. At the end of the day, Martin Luther King Jr. did go home to his wife. At the end of the day, he chose his wife, even though he had infidelity. So I feel like what Cardi said wasn't completely the worst of that skit. Not saying I condone the skit, not saying ain't nobody innocent. My problem with it is, why is everyone acting as if Cardi B is the only person to blame for the shit? And we see how she personally reached out to Dr. King and Coretta's daughter and apologized for the part that she played, because she played Coretta. But who is going after the person who played Betty Shabazz? Not only the worst part of the whole thing was the white girl at the end. Okay, the white girl at the end came in and said, me fucking Martin Luther King was a perfect example of equal rights. Bitch, that's who y'all should be mad at. The worst parts in that clip had nothing to do with Cardi B. Cardi B just played Coretta. Okay, and she apologized for playing Coretta. But what she said was not the worst thing in that goddamn video. I'm like, everyone out here like, Cardi B was in the horrible video. Why would she do that? She ain't shit. Blah, 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 blah. But when I watched it, I was offended by Betty Shabazz's character calling the other women some hoes, calling Reverend Jesse James' wife a hoe, calling Rosa Parks a hoe, calling Coretta Scott King a hoe. I'm like, who does that? I'm like, why? So again, we need to be careful that we don't throw shade and shame on one person because that person's the most famous out of the group. Okay, if 5 people is on a show that's fucked up, blame them all. But y'all going at Cardi B, and I didn't even see it on TMZ. I saw it on YouTube, the whole less than 2 minute skit or whatever. And if it was more than that 1 minute and 40 seconds, okay, I get that. But the part that I saw and the part that I saw seemed to be the same thing everyone else saw too. So I don't think it was more than that from the little skit. I think everybody is some bag and wagon chasers. Again, I'm not saying that Cardi B was innocent. I like that she apologized for portraying Coretta. And in my opinion, that was all that she needed to. That's all that she should have apologized. That's all that she needed to apologize for one. And the only person that she needed to say sorry to is the King family. She don't owe nobody else no apology. No one. She didn't offend me. She didn't. Because again, if you watch the whole skit, what she said was real simple. I should be the leader because my husband has been marching and doing this A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And then when the other woman said, girl, whatever, your husband be out here, you know what I'm saying, slanging that, or whatever, slanging that penis or whatever. She then said, I don't care because at the end of the day, he still came home to me. You think Coretta and her friends didn't have them conversations back then? I don't get how people think back in the day the same way that you and your friend talk about your cheat ass husband now and how you forgave him or he made or whatever. They had them saying, how you think Martin and Coretta didn't argue about bullshit? They did. And again, don't go after Cardi as a horrible person because of the small part she played in that. Again, if she said sorry and the King's daughter accepted her apology and said, I can't wait to talk to you face to face. Okay, and again, that happened a few years ago. We all know Cardi has made some not so bright decisions. We know that she has probably done things that she's not proud of, and that could be one of them. Okay, and she owned up to it. And when she's talked to the King's daughter, and again, I'm mad at the Betty Shabazz person. I'm mad at the white girl. I'm mad at who came up with the dialect of what Betty Shabazz said, calling the other women some hoes, and then saying, you know what I'm saying, everybody been fucking Martin. That was worse. And that's not what Cardi B said. And the white girl, that's the best example of equal rights, me fucking Martin Luther King. That was offensive. Find that white lady and say, why would you say that about that? Why would you say that? But no one wants to do that. Everyone went after Cardi, and I feel like it's a thing of, let's bash the famous person, and it was a bunch of bullshit if you ask me. So ending on this, I am appreciative that Cardi talked to the king's daughter, that she apologized for what she did, that they accepted her apology, and that's all that should happen. But we, as the viewing public, need to not jump on bandwagons of let's bash someone because they're the only famous person. And I'm like, I haven't seen anyone talk about the shit what was really offensive in there, and that what was really offensive ain't had shit to do with Cardi. Okay, and I'm done. So thanks for tuning in. Put your comments below on how you felt if you saw the whole clip. If you saw the whole clip, do you honestly believe that Cardi was the worst of the worst in that clip? And that's if you saw the whole, minute and like 40-second clip. It was not longer than 2 minutes. If you saw that, what did you find most offensive? Cardi saying it don't matter to me because he come home to me, or the Betty Shabazz character saying Martin has fucked everybody, okay, and called the other women some hoes, or the white girl coming on the end saying me fucking Martin was the best example of equal rights. Out of all that, what do you think is the most offensive? And anyone who says Cardi, I just feel like that means you don't like Cardi. Because again, I'm the most offended by the white girl. I'm the most offended by the Betty Shabazz character calling the other woman hoes. That to me is more fucking offensive. Point blank, period. Anyway, little rant done. I'm done. Peace.